America is in deep shit. We are in dire financial straits. And I know this because DoorDash just signed a deal where customers can choose to pay for food deliveries in interest-free installments, or they can defer payment until payday. Now, when I read this, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I mean, has America stooped to new financial lows? Are we that lazy and that broke? Where not only can we not cook meals at home anymore, but we are electing to eat shitty fast food and then finance it? Now, to me, this is just a sign of how beat down, broke, unhealthy, and desperate middle-class America has become. America seems to have lost its hunger for success and traded it in for a pair of sweatpants from Walmart. Now, where do we go from here? How much lower can we go? I mean, I understand financing a car or a home, but financing fast food? And no, this isn't a joke. This is our new reality. The cost of living hasn't just bankrupted Americans, but it's sucked the very life out of them. Now, what's it going to take for America to find its footing again? A total reset? Now, is the wealth gap going to continue to widen, and will the poor just get poorer and the rich just get richer? If this is not a wake-up call to us as to how dire the situation has become, then I don't know what is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Shalom. First off, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakadash, Yahweh, may your true name, Heavenly Father. Yahweh shall be named for his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone that taught us the truth and will, and salutations to you, hopefully pushing us truth and honesty and sincerity. This is really Yahweh because you know, listen to the spirit power of Yahweh Yahushai. You know, update end times and events. And you see this video that I just shared talking about the economy and how bad the U.S. economy is, to the point where people now have to finance food and fast food options, man. And this video really just goes to show how America is truly finished, you know. And then the irony of it is, the guy that's making the video, you know, look at how decrepit his face looks, you know. And so this is the guy that's talking about how bad the economy is, you know, the face of that is destroyed. You know, so ultimately this is just showing spiritually this place is finished, because this is what the face of a United States citizen looks like, that's speaking about the suffering of this place and how bad the economy is. You know, so it's just a double sword with that. You know, not only, yeah, what he's saying is true, you know, but look at the image of the person that's bringing this information out. And this, you know, this is supposed to be the image of a face that's supposed to be representing, you know, the wealth and prosperity of the United States and America. You know, but look how destroyed the Edomite is, man. Esau, Edom. You know, the Lord smote half his face to even look like that. And then he's bringing out facts about how destroyed the economy is. And food is crazy expensive, man. And it's getting worse. It's to the point now where you go to buy groceries at the cheapest place where you can buy it, which is basically like Walmart. You know, by the time you add up all the items that you have to buy to make a meal, make a dinner, it adds up to the same amount that you would pay to eat out at a restaurant. So it's like, damn, man. You know? And it's like you got to go with the lowest and cheapest of cheap of quality ingredients, you know, just to be able to make it by. People are now starting to go and starting to eyeball the canned goods more, not just to stock up for emergency now. They're buying canned goods. They're literally having to eat off the canned goods because of the prices are so crazy. And it's going to get worse. Much, much worse. And with all these tariffs and these trade wars going on, you know, he's smacking tariffs on these different nations. And that's raising the prices of what it costs, you know, to get all those goods shipped to these stores. So that, because that's more expensive, they have to charge more for the food that you buy on these shelves. Meanwhile, Trump did a lot of cuts to different programs where the government's been paying for things. One of the things he did is he slashed half of the workforce that's responsible for HUD and Section 8. And that's going to create delays, you know? And when delays are created and you have less people that's able to work in those places, that means payments can be delayed. Payments can get behind because there's not as much people to handle the volume of the demand. So all around, this place is finished, man. So now they want to finance food. You know why? Because the cost of fast food going to places, man, it's hella expensive. You know, even McDonald's. People used to go to McDonald's and fuck with the dollar menu, man. That dollar menu ain't a dollar no more. You know? And then they're poisoning the people too. The quality of food is terrible. People are beginning to find out more and more that it's really not food at all. And now you gotta finance it. You know, they're adding usury upon usury here, man. Everything is a credit based debt system. So now, you know, you have these major companies such as DoorDash that's capitalizing off of usury. So now they done dived into the pot too, found a way, you know, to start charging interest on the purchases that people make for food. That's crazy, man. This is Exodus 22 and 25. It says, if thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an usurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. Now let me look up that word usury here. Okay. It deals with the illegal action or practice of lending money at unreasonably high rates of interest. Okay, so to charge interest rates. These interest rates on credit cards, they'd be like in the 20% and up. Loans be extremely amount of interest. And I guarantee that credit system, when ordering food, there's going to be usury with that. And you got all these programs out like Affirm and Afterpay. They charge too much interest, man. Extremely high amounts of interest. You know, if somebody needs to borrow money, it should just be that they pay you back the money that they asked to borrow from you. And you should be charging that they got to pay you back the money that you lent to them, and then you have to pay the same amount on top of that, just so you can make income and make a profit off of it. That's usury. And this whole system that's set up is built. America is built off of that. So that's wicked, man. This is Ezekiel 18 and 13. Well, we'll start at verse 10. It says, if he begat a son that is a robber, a shedder of blood, and that doeth the like of any one of those things, and doeth not any of those duties, but even hath eaten upon the mountains, and defiled his neighbor's wife, hath oppressed the poor and needy, hath spoiled by violence, hath not restored the pledge, and hath lifted up his eyes to the idols, hath committed abomination, hath given forth upon usury, and hath taken increase. Shall he then live? He shall not live. He hath done all these abominations. He shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him. All right, man. And right now, that son is Esau Edom. And he's done every single thing on this list. You know, and then some. So he's going to be punished. The Lord's going to put to death the nation of Esau Edom for all the wickedness that he's done, and usury to be included. So now he's putting usury on food, man. Done made the food so expensive that it's not affordable to where people got to take out credit to go and buy it. And then by the time they take out the credit, they're actually paying double for the food item that they needed in the first place. This is going to trickle down all the way to fucking grocery stores, man. It ain't going to just be DoorDash. I mean, and then again, DoorDash actually, deals with groceries too. So yeah, people are now paying, usury on their groceries that they need. And Esau be fucking with the weather so much, people be really using DoorDash now because it'd be too dangerous to get to the stores. They got all this winter was bad, real bad. And then people be so tired, having to work from all these hours and shit that they require to work just to make ends meet. They'd be too exhausted to have to go to the grocery store and shop. So they turn to purchasing stuff that's already pre-made. So they hop on DoorDash and try to order something. So now he's like, all right, this is an opportunity for us to take advantage of these people. Let's add some usury on that. It's wicked. Wicked, man. This is Ezekiel 7:19 says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Right, so eventually people are just going to be throwing their money in the street. They're going to be throwing it in a trash can, using it as like firewood, as fire to keep warm. It's not going to be able to save them, on the day of wrath. And eventually all that money is going to be deemed worthless. And you want to see what the biggest usury chess move was done of right now on the earth? This is live to usdebtclock.org. It's Tuesday, March 25th. Check this out, man. The U.S. debt. Look at that. Over 36 trillion and rising. And guess what? The elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, people that own all the central banks, they basically set all this debt up, man. And you got other countries using usury upon usury to where this is the reason why this debt even exists. So not only do they have to pay this back, but they got to pay it back with interest. You see? So all this right now, this whole place is built off of that usury. You go to buy a home, they made the homes to where the jobs that you have, you don't make enough income to just pay for the house outright. You got to go get what? A home loan. And guess what? There's usury on that. So you got to pay back way more than what the home is even worth. And so if you don't pay that usury, they can come confiscate your house and you could become homeless. And because all this national debt, what has happened is the head devils in charge have the ability to just say, hey, squash all of that. Drop the US dollar. Your money no longer has any value. You can't buy anything no more. So you're going to have famines that's going to come behind this. You see? This is Ezekiel 4:16 says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. So, meaning the Lord is going to cause a famine in this place, as he's done before and throughout history. So there will be famines. Scriptures talk about that. There's going to be famines, earthquakes, and pestilences, all sorts of things. But famines has been repeated throughout the scriptures. So stuff's going to be so expensive, people are going to be starving to death. And then they're no longer going to have enough credit to qualify for buying, some bread off of credit. They've already maxed out. So people are going to start going crazy, man. Meanwhile, everybody they keep making payments to order that food, these major companies are still just filling their pockets up, getting rich. They don't care how much the bread goes up and gets expensive, because they got all the millions of dollars to be able to afford it when it's high like that. You see? And there's going to continue to be cuts, budget cuts, Eventually, be prepared. They probably will cut government assistance programs like Section 8, because they're going to start doing things out of desperation to try to, quote unquote, make America great and fix the economy and shit. So right now, they didn't fully cut it, but there's rumors that, hey, you can only have it for 2 years now. They done cut all the staffing. And as things continue to get worse, especially with these tariffs and these trade wars, they're going to need to, make some moves to get some more money in their pockets. So they're coming after you people, the poor, man. They oppress the poor even more. This is Proverbs 22:16. It says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Why? Because the Lord's going to cause judgment to where they're going to become poor too, man. The Lord's going to smack all these businesses, are going to fail and crumble. The whole economy is going to be gone, man. He's going to crash this dollar. So all these major people that have been benefiting off of all this shit, they're going to become dead broke. And once they crash this dollar, man, everybody's going to be broke. And then that's when they're going to come with even more oppression and tell you to go take the MOTB, the market of you-know-what. And it's going to be a new credit-based system, and you're going to have a social credit score, and what type of status you have based on top of your job and where you are in a society is going to qualify you to receive so much amount of money each month. And you're only going to receive it if you have that device in your hand to get your payments on. Some people are going to be allotted to like $9,000 a month. It's going to go all the way down to A, B, or C classes. And certain whatever class you fall in, you may only get maybe $1,500 a month. That's what's going to be uploaded on your credit to purchase things. They literally have this in place, man. They have plans to execute this shit, and it may happen this year. We'll see. Lord willing, man, because that's just more process being fulfilled to us getting delivered up out of here if they push it out. So, with that, Lord's will, lessons edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, Natasha's truth and will well, and citation of hope like this is truth and honesty, sincerity. Shalom.